any kind of misdirection running, you've got to have timing. If you don't have timing, then obviously, ball's going to get there a little bit before maybe it should get there, and you're going to have some problems. I'm trying to look up our standings real quickly just to kind of give you an idea, and I've got them now. Sevier County sits at number 2, as we've talked about. Assuming that everybody stayed the same as they are now, Sevier County would probably play well, it looks like maybe Tennessee High. Tennessee High has not played a region game yet, which is kind of strange. But they look to be the team that maybe Sevier County would play, and would probably play them at home as well. And then more than likely they'll end up facing either a Daniel Boone or a Morristown West or something like that. So it's very conceivable, Ron, if Sevier County can work out some of their issues, that they could face West again in the third round of the playoffs.
And that's the challenge I really believe Coach Loveday has in front of him, because I do think Daniel Boone's a very good team. Now, they are very, very physical, and so they'd have to get through that hurdle.
Right.
But Knox West could be on their horizon. So between now and, let's say, the next 6-7 weeks,
right,
Coach Loveday is going to have to convince this team that they are capable of playing with Knox West. And that starts tonight. With getting this offense to the point that they can put up points. Last week you just put their defense in just some horrendous spots.
Yeah, they did.
Part of that too, by the way, we need to mention last week that their punter was suspended, and that I think was another issue.
Yeah, we saw some problems.
Yeah, so he's not suspended any longer. My understanding is that he's going to watch tonight, though. And kudos to Coach Loveday for doing that, because you don't want to be that kid.
No.
And you had those conversations when you played. I did too. Don't be that kid that cost your team.
That's right.
So we'll get that fixed. He'll probably be out here. He's a very good punter, by the way. But you have to be on the field to contribute.
This is true. And, of course, we're getting ahead of ourselves. That's a few weeks down the road, but I think that's obviously got to be in the back of the minds of the Sevier County fans, and obviously the coaches, is getting this team ready for a possible rematch with Knox West in the third week of the playoffs. So we're wrapping up our homecoming festivities right now. We're looking like about 7 minutes away from kickoff, so we'll take another break, and then we'll be back with the kickoff of tonight's football game.
Ladies and gentlemen, in honor of the United States of America and the men and women of our armed forces who protect our freedom, we request that you continue to stand. Gentlemen, remove your caps. Place your right hand over your heart, and current and former servicemen and women may render a salute as the Sevier County High School Marching Band, under the direction of Mr. Nathan Hickman, Director of Bands, presents our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, your Sevier County High School Marching Band and the Sevier County High School Choir.
Clabough's Campground and Cabins and Clabough's Market and Grill have been family-owned and operated since 1978. Clabough's Campground is spacious, with 320 sites including vacation homes and cabins. Great location for family reunions and large groups with entertainment on the weekends. Make reservations at Clabough's Campgrounds and Cabins, located on 405 Wears Valley Road, Pigeon Forge.
So, 2nd and 10 on the incomplete pass. They'll take it on the ground this time. Going to pick up a lot of yards. Going to get a first down all the way down to the 26, and that's going to be a Clabough's Campground 1st and 10 for the for the Sevier County Smokey Bears. And they'll have it at the William Blount 26 with a fresh set of downs.
It'll be a smart bank first down, Sevier County.
Taylor Madison comes off. Substitute in. Twin receivers each side. They'll just go right back to the ground. And that's going to be Bryson Lane again on the carry.
13 Lane.
He'll pick up a solid 5 yards on that carry. And, you know, we talked a little bit about this, Ron. William Blount, not only trouble running the football, but trouble stopping the run as well.
Yeah, Luke Watkins there on the stop. But, you know, you can't be gouged for that many yards.
No.
Lane on the run. And that may be a touchdown.
Yeah, it is a touchdown. So Malachi Pete on the carry.
There is a marker on the play.
Marker down. We might have a hold. Let's see. Usually that's what it is. Holding against Sevier County. So a nice run by Malachi Pete is going to be negated by the holding call.
Indication is a holding call.
So that'll be from the spot of the foul. So that's going to go back to probably the original line of scrimmage or close to it. And that's right. We're going to have a 2nd and 9 after the penalty mark-off.
2nd and 9.
Again, there too much space in the William Blount defense. Rough start to the game for the Governors.
Yep. Well, they look like they play a 50, don't they?
They do, yeah. There goes Lane again, and he's going to get about 6 yards maybe.
Congratulations there, Elias Heath there to stay with his man and track him down.
Pick up a 4. It's 3rd and 5.
Close up to Sevier County.
Official timeout.
So Lane's going to come to the sideline and get a little bit of a breather. Also, Jude Costner's going to come out. Pate's going to go back in the game, and Mason Ellis is going to go back in the game. So it's going to be 3rd down. We'll call it 5 from about the 21-yard line.
You know, Ralph, I'd have to think right here this is probably 2-down territory.
Oh, definitely. I would say so. Interesting formation here. They're just going to run it. They're going to give it to Mr. Hawkins. He's going to get all the way down to about the 11. He is down. So Hawkins is going to pick up good yardage there. He's going to get the first down at Clabough's Campground, 1st and 10. And it's going to be first down for the Smokey Bears from the 11-yard line. 7:55 remaining, first quarter, clock running.
Sevier County.
William Blount's going to sub out of their defensive. You know, we'll talk about it after the drive, a little bit about William Blount's defensive strategy. Pistol formation. Going to give it to Hawkins again. He's probably going to score on this one, and he is.
Great cut.
So Hawkins takes it to the outside, makes a nice move at about the 3, and gets into the end zone, and Sevier County draws first blood at 6-0 Smokey Bears. You know, Ron, what I was going to say, you know, they had a 3-man line there. I mean, if it was me, I'd put 7-8 guys in line. And, you know, the old prowl defense that the Patriots did, just walk around.
8 in
you know,
the box.
Yeah, and walk around. Don't even get down the stance. You know, make them think about what's happening. So it looks like they're going to go for 2, and they do, and that's going to be a 2-point conversion for the Smokey Bears.
That's the old Gator, Ralph. You don't see it a whole lot.
Swinging gate? Is it we used to call it the swinging gate?
We call it a Gator, yeah.
So a 2-point conversion for the Smokey Bears, and it's going to be 8-0 with about 7:30 left. Let's keep it right here.
Well, Ralph, we talked about it. This is exactly what Coach Loveday wanted to do, and that was march down on the field on the first drive. Now, makes it a lot easier when you start on your own side, like Sevier County did.
Yeah, no, there's no question. But again, you know, I mean, you can still see some things that they're going to have to work out. I mean, it's still, you know, still a little bit rough around the edges, but they'll get it worked out.
And you know, I'm glad you said that, because the reality of it is, when you play a better team like they did last week, like they're going to next week.
Right.
You can't have a penalty.
No, you can't.
Particularly in that situation.
Because against a good team, they may not have gotten in the end zone.
And that particular penalty was away from the ball.
Right, exactly. So Madison's going to kick off.
Deep, number 3, Klein, and number 22, Reed for William Blount.
The ball's going to drop in at about the 20. William Blount's going to pick it up at about the 20. For William Blount, it looks like that was Randy Reed again, and he's not going to get much as he's driven backwards, but they'll spot forward progress at the 20, and William Blount will start with a Clabough's Campground 1st and 10.
Byron Lindsay there, the junior, Ralph, on the stop. Good coverage all the way around by the Smokey Bears there. I'm interested, Ralph, to see how much they pass tonight, the Governors.
Yeah, they can't even get a handoff. But good yardage, good push, good effort. Excellent effort there. Pierce with a nice run to get all the way up to about the 25. So a nice pickup of about 5 by TJ Pierce. And William Blount will stay in their tempo offense, no huddle. They'll have a 2nd and 5. Going to snap it quickly, going to throw a little screen. Got a flag already.
Yeah.
And let's see what we got. I'm guessing it's going to be a block at the back.
You know, Ralph, we talked about Trenton Pierce and what he brings to this team in the pre-show. He's actually a kid that has the skills probably to play a D2, D3 football if he so desired. But Coach Reeves shared with me his desire once he gets out is to go be Special Forces Army or maybe a Navy SEAL. So,
good for him.
Yeah, so good
for him.
Good for him.
All right, so we got illegal motion, illegal shift. It's going to be declined. So a loss of yardage. Sevier County will take the loss. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
Got a man open. Going to be intercepted. Interception on the play.
And there's your freshman again there, Ralph.
Yep, there's your freshman again. Bryson Hedrick.
Great body control right there by the young man as he goes up high, points the ball while he's twisting around nonetheless.
and you know, let's face it, Cortez has a good arm, no question about that. But he did overthrow his receiver just a little bit, and Sevier County is going to take over at their own 40 with a Clabough's Campground 1st and 10.
You know, Ralph, in certain situations, your wide receiver has got to turn into a secondary player.
He does,
and break that up.
He does.
Not give up on the ball.
Sevier County going to throw the ball this time. They got the Wildcat in there, man wide open. And he's going to get down to the 15. If that ball would not have been underthrown, that would have been a touchdown. Hayden Akers on the reception. Mason Ellis out of the Wildcat throwing it. A little bit underthrown. Akers had to come back and get it, but nonetheless he was wide open, and that's going to give them a Clabough's Campground 1st and 10 from the William Blount 15-yard line.
I will say this, Ralph. Christian Hoffman there on the fake sold that fake very well.
Actually, the quarterback's has been
has it been Mason?
Ellis for the last 2 plays, yeah. Number 2. You mentioned this in the pregame. You know, how much would we see Mason Ellis in the Wildcat? And this is going to be his 3rd play now, as he's still back there. So they'll have a 1st and goal, a Clabough's Campground 1st and goal. Hawkins is in the power I formation behind Ellis. They're just going to give it right to him behind blockers. There is a flag. It's either going to be probably a legal procedure, judging from how quickly the flag came out. Illegal substitution against the defense. Okay, interesting.
This O-line last week, Ralph, had a real issue in making lanes. You know, so far tonight, close to 70 yards already for the Smokey Bears. Taylor McGaha right there on a great block that sprung the back, unfortunately, like you said.
Now, play action right here would be a walk-in touchdown.
It would.
Ellis still the quarterback. I wouldn't even call it a Wildcat anymore. He's definitely playing quarterback. Power I formation. There's the handoff.
Garrett Hawkins.
And he's going to be just a little short, maybe about the 1 yard line, maybe the half yard line, actually. That's going to be a second down and goal.
Number 64, Garrett.
And I would say that one more running play, and we ought to have a 14-0 score pending the extra point. And they'll come right back to that same formation, the power I. And they'll just give it right back to Hawk. No, they won't. See what I said? Play action, wide open, touchdown. So there you go. Touchdown, Jude Costner.
Did we go back and, Ralph, we go back and look at that on video? The way it looked to me, I think that ball coming out right there caught him a tad bit off guard because he had a little issue kind of steering that.
And they're going to do the same thing here, try to go for 2, and they are going to get it.
Wow. So we're definitely seeing some different stuff tonight out of Sevier County.
So another 2-point conversion, and the Smokey Bears have a 16-0 lead with 4:34 remaining in the first quarter. You know, Ron, you tell me what you think here, but
Clabough's Campground and Cabins and Clabough's Market and Grill have been family-owned and operated since 1978. Clabough's Campground is spacious, with 320 sites including vacation homes and cabins. Great location for family reunions and large groups with entertainment on the weekends. Make reservations at Clabough's Campgrounds and Cabins, located on 405 Wears Valley Road, Pigeon Forge.
He's going to boot it, another little pooch kick. Fielded at about the 22. They should get good yardage, and they do. They're going to get down to the 30, so that's their best starting position for the Governors. That was number 25 for William Blount, and
Bryson
that is Blake
again.
Holloway. Bryson Hedrick making the stop. The Governors will take over with a Clabough's Campground 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. So William Blount they don't have any yards yet, do they? Or negative yards?
No, they probably got 2 right now.
Okay. So they're going to try to run it, a little bit of a sweep, and they're not going to get much. No. So Darius Brooks on the carry. He's going to get maybe a yard. They'll give him a yard, which was kind of generous, and that's going to be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Brooks has got good speed, Ralph. We just saw that right there. They'll give him a yard on that, but at some point in time, you got to go north-south.
Right.
You got to turn that up.
Right. This time they're going to run it right up the middle and get a pretty good yardage. That's Brooks again, I think. Yep. He's going to get up to the 35, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and 5. Pickup of about 4.
Pickup is approximately 4 to be 3rd down and 5.
William Blount going no huddle again. Try to run a sweep again, get 1 block, didn't get the 2nd block, and he's going to be stopped for no gain. So, a decline on the carry, no gain. William Blount is going to have to kick it away again.
It is 4th and 5.
Sevier County right there did a great job stretching those 2 plays out.
Yeah, they did. Well, you hit it right on the head. You got to when you're out talented, you got to attack right at the point of.
Yes.
You got to run it right up the middle. You can't run wide against a team that's got more speed than you do. So William Blount's going to kick again. They'll set up, boot it away. Nice kick. It's going to go down to about. Freshman's going to field it. He's going to take off around the edge. He's going to get the corner and get out to about the 44. So nice play by Bryson Hedrick there. And that's going to put Sevier County in business at their own 44-yard line. 2:40 remaining, first quarter. Sevier County leading 16-0. Another 1st and 10, a Clabough's Campground 1st and 10. And let's see who we got at quarterback. Looks like it's going to be Mason Ellis again. He's going to give it out, a little bit of a sweep. The freshman again, this time, no, it's not the freshman, excuse me, number 3, Malachi Pate. He's going to pick up about 2, maybe 3.
Number 20 of the Governors. Pickup of 3. 2nd down and 7.
72 yards already, Ralph, for you Smokey Bears when rushing. And, you know, that's the one thing that Mason Ellis does bring is that threat of the run.
Yeah. And he's got it again. He's going to throw a little hitch pass, complete to Pate. He's going to get it down to the 40, make a move. He's going to get a few extra yards, and he's going to take it all the way into William Blount territory, down to about the 35.
The number 3, Pate. Tackled by number 20. Play results.
So we got another Clabough's Campground 1st and 10
Sevier County.
at the 35-yard line of William Blount. So far, it's been all Mason Ellis on these last 2 drives.
Braxton Vineyard right there with a shoestring tackle. That goes the rest of the way.
Yep. Go right up the middle to Hawkins this time. He's going to pick up good yardage. Breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2 tackles. And we've got a penalty flag down at about the 29-yard line.
Hawkins, marker on the play.
Usually holding in that situation. Let's see. Nope, illegal block by Sevier County. So again, Ron, we talked about this, you know, penalties, shooting yourselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Sevier County.
And Coach Loveday can't be happy
No.
with that. You know, when I spoke to him earlier today, or yesterday, he talked about discipline. He talked about being smart, being in rhythm as an offense, and nothing will kill a team's rhythm quicker than penalties.
No question.
Penalty from the spot of the foul.
10 yards from the spot of the foul. That's going to make it 1st down and 15 from the 40. Ellis still the quarterback. No, that was a nice move there. He's going to break free. He's going to get the corner, and he may score. Cut it back, and there he goes. He's going to get all the way down to about the 4-yard line. So that's going to be a Clabough's Campground 1st and goal at the 4-yard line by Mason Ellis.
Number 2.
And that's what Hoffman doesn't give you right there.
Andy Montoya, as well he should, took care of the D tackle right there and moved to the linebacker. Threw a great block. Heads up to him for setting that gap right there.
So barring a penalty or a touchdown, this should be the final play of the first quarter, as we're down to about 23 seconds remaining. Ellis still the quarterback, power I formation. Pate in the power I formation. He's going to score. So Sevier County takes it right up the middle. Malachi Pate with the touchdown, and that's going to make the score 22-0, pending the extra point try.
Sevier County.
And they're going to kick this one, it looks like. So Madison's going to set up to kick. Hayden Akers is going to hold.
Akers to hold. Madison to attempt.
And it's going to be good. So the kick is good with 11 seconds remaining, first quarter.
And it's good.
Sevier County 23, William Blount nothing. We'll keep it right here for the final 11 seconds. We'll go to break at the quarter.
At the end of the first quarter, close to it is going to be Sevier County 23, William Blount 0.
Clabough's Campground and Cabins and Clabough's Market and Grill have been family-owned and operated since 1978. Clabough's Campground is spacious, with 320 sites including vacation homes and cabins. Great location for family reunions and large groups with entertainment on the weekends. Make reservations at Clabough's Campgrounds and Cabins, located on 405 Wears Valley Road, Pigeon Forge.
At Sevier County Electric System, we know that when the power goes out, it's important to you to have power restored as quickly as possible. That's why we've introduced the Power Action Line. As soon as you call the Power Action Line from a phone associated with your electric service, we know immediately that your power is out. The Power Action Line lets us answer up to 1,200 calls per hour, so we can make sure and identify all outages, even after major storms. We track those outages through our integrated mapping system, which provides our operations center a better understanding of where the affected areas are located and predicts probable starting points that helps our crews begin looking for the problem. Our whole goal is to get your power back on as soon as possible. We'll even call you back to make sure your service has been restored. At Sevier County Electric System, we want to take care of our customers, and that's what we do every day. Sevier County Electric System. We are the power behind our community. Just call 865-774-6300.
Okay, so we're back. It's going to be third down for William Blount from their own 25-yard line. We almost had an interception there by Mason Ellis. The Governor's now trying to somehow figure out a way to move the football. Cortez back to pass. He's going to, can't find anybody open. He's going to find somebody, and it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by Pate. He's going to take it back to about the 37-yard line. He's brought down there by Aiden Klein, and the Sevier County Smokey Bears will take over at the William Blount 36-yard line.
Eli Tackett there providing the pressure on the quarterback, Cortez. And you know, Ralph, I think for Sevier, that's exactly what they've got to do if they want to go where they want to, and that is if you're going to rush 5, right, you're going to rush 4. If those 4 can provide any kind of pressure without sending the linebacker, right, how much better of a defense will this be?
No question. I mean, at any level of football, if you can generate a pass rush with 4 guys, you can play some really good defense. Hoffman back in the game at quarterback. He's going to fake the handoff to Hawkins. He's going to look deep. He's got somebody deep. He's going to throw it, and it is going to be incomplete. But we do have a flag. We do have a pass interference, just not sure who they're going to call it against there. I'm going to guess it was on the offense, but I may be wrong about that.
I'm going to guess on the defense.
All right.
Let's see who's right.
Let's see who's right. I'll say offense, you say defense. Pass interference.
Offense.
It appears pass interference is going to be called on the Smokey Bears.
Yep. So that's going to be a 10-yard penalty. It's going to bring the ball back to about the 47-yard line. They're going to take it back to about the, I guess, a 15-yard penalty. Yeah, so that's going to bring it back to the 49.
Ralph, that's their 5th penalty already.
Right. No, right.
Now, I will say one thing. Christian Hoffman, much better touch on that.
No, definitely.
His back almost adjusted there on a very, but a 50-50 ball sometimes, Ralph, you just got to go for that.
Yeah, I agree. Pate, nice run. He's going to pick up most of that yardage back to the original line of scrimmage. So he picks up most of that lost yardage. It's going to bring up a second down and about 12 from the 38-yard line.
Pick up a 13. It'll be 2nd and 12 for Sevier County.
.10:48 remaining, second quarter. Early stages of the second quarter. Sevier County is going to be in the pistol formation. Pate lined up in the backfield. They're going to throw a little swing pass to him. He's going to get one block, but he's going to be dragged down. Nice play there by, looks like number 64 for William Blount, Brian Garrett. Nice play by Garrett, and that's going to be third down.
Tristan Query also in on that as well, Ralph.
Tristan Query, excuse me. I said 64. It was actually 54. So let's give the credit to Tristan Query on the tackle. For no gain, it's going to be 3rd and 12. Yeah, and they got him. Nice pass rush there.
Trent Pierce there, right?
Yep.
We talked about him already.
Yeah, we already did, yeah.
You know,
TJ Pierce.
Coach Reeves last night, he told me that Pierce had some personal issues last year.
Oh, really?
That he was able to overcome.
Right.
And real glad that young man's out here on the field.
I am too.
Just a quality kid.
So Sevier County goes backwards, and they're going to have to kick it away.
First time they've been stopped tonight, although you would say with that pass interference call, they probably stopped themselves.
Yeah, they probably did. Nice punt. Joe Grubb on the punt. They're going to let it roll. It's going to go all the way down to about the 5-yard line. Actually, more than that. It's going to be about the 4. So William Blount will take over with a Clabough's Campground 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line. You know, again, I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but that's where Mason Ellis gives you some more athleticism to avoid the rush.
Yeah.
And I really believe you can tell me as you go farther and maybe talk to Coach Loveday again, is I think he's trying to see, you know, we're going to need a little more escapability and a little more athleticism in the backfield if we're going to get what we want to get. Anyway, that's just my guess.
You know, it got a little confusing last week, Ralph, because they put up good passing stats, but that's so much that was in guard.
Oh, sure it was. You can't, no, exactly. So William tries to go up the middle. They're going to get nothing. Stopped at the 4-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. No gain. Clock is under 9 minutes. And if you're with, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm
no, go ahead.
Showing about 6 yards right now for the Governors.
Yeah.
You know, I know they're in the rebuilding phase, but Ralph, you just got to get more.
No, there's no question. I mean, I'm going to try to throw it this time. Got to be careful.
Yep.
Yeah. So an incomplete pass. Cortez's pass was intended for
McDonald Risner.
Was it Risner?
I believe it was Risner.
Okay.
He was the closest person in the area. Let's say that.
Yeah. So it's 3rd and 10. And the Governors are going to line up in an I formation. Looks like a running formation. And they are going to go power I run or I formation run. Nice gain, but going to be short. He's going to get out to about the 10.
To number 2, Pierce.
Pierce takes the ball up the middle. He's got some moves, Pierce. Not a bad running back at all. But that's going to bring up a 4th down at about 4. And William Blount's going to have to kick it away.
It is 4th down and 4.
Ralph, this is such a great atmosphere for high school football. And once again, we just want to express our thanks for Sevier County's hospitality.
Oh, yeah, no question.
Athletic director always seems to make a space for us somewhere.
and in covered up space.
Space.
So that's always good. So the Governors kick it away, kind of a low line drive, and it's going to bounce all the way back to about the 45, 46, we'll call it 47-yard line of William Blount. And that's where the Smokey Bears will take over with a Clabough's Campground 1st and 10. Let's thank our sponsors once again. Clabough's Campground, Sevier County Electric Company, Buddy's Barbecue, The Old Mill, Sharp's Plaque Master. Lots of great sponsors here tonight, and we appreciate each and every one of them. Please get out and patronize our sponsors. So, looks like we got Mason Ellis back at quarterback as Sevier County will take over. He's just going to take it himself on a quarterback run, and he's going to pick up some good yardage, stays in bounds, and gets it all the way down to the William Blount 34. So that's a pickup of about, well, a pickup of enough to get a 1st down. So that's going to be a 1st and 10. Another Clabough Campground 1st and 10 from the William Blount 34.
About 150 yards rushing so far for Sevier County. And you know, as you've already alluded to, Ralph, this Ellis-Hoffman kind of split may be something that at least this is a good time to try tonight. We know that.
Yeah. Nice run by Hawkins. Just puts his head down, barrels forward for about 4.
They give to number 43.
He's going to get it down to the 30-yard line. Well, Ron, I think I know a little bit about football and a little bit about coaching, and I believe, you can correct me if I'm wrong 5 weeks down the road, but I think Mason Ellis is going to be their quarterback going forward. Just my guess.
Yeah.
So we got 2nd down and about 6 from the 30. Ellis again at quarterback. Looking for the call. Going to take the snap, throw a quick screen, bubble screen, going to get a block and pick up good yardage. So Ellis with a little bubble screen to the freshman Bryson Hedrick. He got a good block on the corner. He's going to pick up the first down, and they're going to have a Clabough's Campground 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line of William Blount.
You know, Ralph, we would say Christian Hoffman throws a better ball, but Mason Ellis does not throw a bad-looking ball.
You know, but you don't have to throw it deep to be
No.
successful. You got to just throw it efficiently.
I think it very well may be a case of what is the defense willing to give us.
Could be. There's a throw. He's wide open, and it's going to be a touch. Oh! That was a touchdown right there waiting to happen. Nice throw. I can't. Who's the?
That's Hayden Akers
yeah.
on that drop right there.
Now,
Ralph.
that was a nice throw.
Oh, it hit him right in the chest, Ralph.
I'm telling you,
Beautiful
that was a great
touch.
one. Yeah. No, it hit him right where he, right. I think he kind of let that get to his body a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, instead of taking it out in front of his body. So that's going to be a 2nd down and 10 on the incompletion. Ooh, a little bit of a mistake there. But Ellis is going to turn it into a positive gain, and he's going to get down to the 10. So nice play there by Ellis. The two backs kind of ran into each other. A little bit of miscommunication, but Ellis turns something out of nothing, gets up 11 yards, and it brings up a Clabough's Campground 1st and 10 from the William Blount 10-yard line.
We bragged on him a lot already, Ralph, for Bryson Hendrick down there on the sideline. With that block, he just simply would not come off of it, and that gives you the extra yardage right there.
Oh, yeah, no question. All right, so let's see what they do here. Split backs out of the shotgun. Ellis is going to give it off. Looks like Pate. It is Pate. He's going to get down to about the 6.
Give number 13. That's Lane.
Lane. It's Pate, isn't it?
Tackled by number
Oh, it is Lane. Bryson Lane. Excuse me.
number 31.
I saw the 3. I didn't see. I thought I saw 1, but there was only a 3. Actually, that was Bryson Lane. I thought it was Pate. But either way, it's a 2nd down from the 7. 2nd and goal from the 7.
You know, Ralph, with the loss of Kremlis right there, who's typically your Z receiver, they're looking for someone else that can be that motion receiver. And so far, we've seen Pate in that role. We've also
There's a touchdown right there.
nice throw.
Nice throw. See, that's what
Yeah.
Hoffman can. So, Mason Ellis with the touchdown pass and a nice rollout, and that's going to make it 29-0 pending the extra point. So Mason Ellis showing that he runs that RPO, Wildcat, whatever you want to call it, to perfection.
Hawkins to snap. Akers to hold.
And you know that's what that does, Ron. When you run that quarterback, your defenders can't kind of keep their ground, and it opens up the holes of the defense where he can see who's open. Is the kick up? The kick is no good.
The kick is no good.
29.
That brings your score. Sevier County 29, William Blount 0.
So with 4:13 left until halftime, the Smokey Bears are up 29-0. We'll keep it right here as they get ready to kick it back to William Blount.
Sevier County High School would like to thank Meeks Kitchen for providing the pregame meal tonight.
That was 14. Was Hickman.
That's who I thought that was. Okay, good for him. Sladen Hageman, the sophomore. That his first touchdown of the year? Well,
Pathways kick off. Number 4, Madison.
So Madison gets ready to kick it off.
Deep, number 22.
He's going to kick this one short. They're going to pick it up at about the 10. Klein picks it up, cuts back to his right, picks up some good yardage, and gets the ball all the way out to the 40. So William Blount has their best starting position of the night,
Klein returns.
as they're going to have a Clabough's Campground 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line.
Tackled by number 48, Kane, and number 21, Costner. It'd be 1st and 10 for the Governors.
Cortez out to pass. He's going to make a nice completion, and that's a nice play right there. Going to get out to about the 49. He's going to be right around the first down marker. I think they're going to mark him just a little short, maybe about a yard short. But that's going to bring up a second down and about 1. But a nice pass there.
Landon Rich there on the reception.
Yes, Landon Rich. Good throw by the quarterback, Cortez. And William Blount has a chance to pick up a first down. Cortez going to roll left. He's going to have a man wide open, but it's incomplete.
A couple scores of interest, Ralph, tonight. Greenville right now is up on Dobbins-Bennett, 7-0. Maryville's beating Science Hill 14-0. Bearden's up on Fulton 13-6, and Powell is beating Knox Halls 13-0.
It's 3rd and 1.
So 3rd and 1, this is a territory where you've got to be able to pick up a first down. So let's see if they can do that. Sevier County going to showing blitz of their linebackers. Let's see if they stay with that. And looks like they're going to. And fake. Oh, nice fake by Cortez, and he's going to pick up a first down, get out to about the 45-yard line.
Good misdirection there, Ralph.
Yeah,
That
excellent.
Open.
So William Blount mustering a little bit of a drive here as they've picked up consecutive first downs. Consecutive first downs. Their first downs of the night as they have a Clabough's Campground 1st and 10 from the Sevier County 46.
We've talked about this already. Brett Cortez is not a bad quarterback.
No, he's not.
He just lacks weapons, Ralph.
He lacks the weapons. That's exactly right. He's got a few of them around him, but not enough up front. Got nobody there. He's going to have to take it himself, and he's going to get out of bounds, and that's going to be a late hit. It should be a late hit, and it is.
Yes.
So we've got a late hit personal foul, looks like on Malachi Pate as he hits Cortez out of bounds. So William Blount goes out of bounds on the 40. We've got a personal foul, and that's going to move the ball down to the 20-yard line.
15 yards from the end of the run. It'll be first down for William Blount.
So William Blount picks up a Clabough's Campground 1st and 10, and they are in business at the Sevier County 20-yard line with 3:19 remaining first half.
A couple more scores. Ralph Carnes is beating Carter right now 14-7, and Anderson County up on Elizabeth in 7-0.
Cortez going to roll out. Has a man on the sideline, going to complete it and go out of bounds at about the 13.
Pass to 18. That's Rich. Pick up. From 6. 2nd and 4.
So William Blount trying to put a score on the board here. They've got it down inside the 15-yard line of Sevier County. 2nd down and about, we'll call it 4. We'll pass. Going to be open. Is he going to score? He's going to get down to about the 2. So that's a first down for William Blount. Another Clabough's Campground 1st and 10. And the Governors with their best drive of the night, aided by one penalty, of course, but still most of it on offensive effort by the Governors as they get the ball down to about the 2-yard line.
Landon Rich right there with that inside leverage and took advantage of the kind of softness there on the coverage, we'll call it, if you will.
Sevier County also called for roughing the passer, so that's going to be half the distance, which in this case is just a yard, but it's going to give William Blount 1st and goal from the 1. They're going to line up in an I formation, run a little bit of quarterback sneak, and he's not going to get in.
No.
So he's going to be stuffed there at the 1. And that's going to be a 2nd down and goal.
Keep by number 4, Cortez.
Ralph, I think in that particular case, Cortez has to wait just a second longer before he takes that jump.
Yes.
Wait for some push before he goes.
Well, and the problem is he's not getting much push,
No.
but I think they'll hand it off here to an ISO. No, he's going to try it again. He's going to get in this time. So that should be a touchdown, and it is. The Governors are on the board, and the score now is Sevier County 29, William Blount 6. So the Governors with a nice drive, taking it the length of the field from their own 38-yard line all the way down into the end zone. And they are going to talk about whether they're going to go for 2, and it looks like they are.
So, Ralph, the Governors come a little bit out of character right there and start throwing the football.
Yeah, some nice little out routes. And Sevier County playing way off the ball, which, you'd understand that.
Landon Rich there with a couple receptions to continue that drive.
And they're going to have to call timeout as the 40-second clock was winding down. So the Governors will call timeout. And we'll keep it right here while they discuss what two-point play they want to run.
2 minutes and 25 seconds left around. Score 29-6.
Again, I think I'm not saying anything that we don't know when I say that this game is in hand. I mean, Sevier County's going to win this game.
Yeah.
But if you're Coach Loveday, you got to be upset about what just happened, right? You're up 29-0. You have a chance to score. You have penalties, and then you let William Blount drive the length of the field and have a penalty of your own. So, not exactly what you wanted to see tonight, I think, if you're the coach.
And overall, just a lack of discipline tonight. That personal foul was very similar to what we saw last night in Alcoa with the quarterback being out 3 yards. Now, this is not a slide on the Governors at all, but Ralph, Sevier County simply cannot do this next week.
No, of course not. No.
In the first quarter, it's Gatlinburg Pittman 21, Coosa Christian 0.
That's a penalty. That's a penalty.
Yes,
that's a penalty. Yep. The wingman kind of move. That's going to be illegal procedure. That's going to move it back 5 yards. And that's going to make the two-point conversion just a little bit more difficult.
Ralph, I believe this is the most points that Sevier has put up this year. You know, we
yeah, it could. Yeah, you're right.
It probably is.
I think you're right. I know they only put up 7 against, was it Farragut?
Yeah,
and then
we saw
19
Jeff County,
and then 19 against Pigeon Forge. None last week. So yeah. So Williamsburg's going to stay with the two-point conversion, albeit a 7-yard two-point conversion. Going to throw the ball, it looks like. Cortez with plenty of time. Now he's going to tuck it and run, and let's see if they can close on him, and they're going to, and stop him short. So good defensive play there by number 14, Sladen Hickman, and number 42, Brock McGinnis, or Garrett Hawkins was in there. Kane, and
Ralph, I think Bryson Lane just got up right there and asked himself, what is a hold? Because he got mugged.
Yeah.
You know, there's a difference between a pancake and whatever that was that just happened to Bryson Lane.
Yeah.
Clabough's Campground and Cabins and Clabough's Market and Grill have been family-owned and operated since 1978. Clabough's Campground is spacious, with 320 sites including vacation homes and cabins. Great location for family reunions and large groups with entertainment on the weekends. Make reservations at Clabough's Campgrounds and Cabins, located on 405 Wears Valley Road, Pigeon Forge.
Onside kick, nicely covered there by Sevier County. Number 14, Hickman, he was also in on the two-point conversion stop, and that's going to give Sevier County a Clabough's Campground 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line. So they only have half the field to go here to put up another score. Let's see what they do. Ellis back in at quarterback.
Ralph, another score of interest, if I can. Gatlinburg Pittman's up on Coosa Christian, located in Alabama, 21-0. And Seymour is behind Heritage, 14-0. That's an improving Heritage team.
Yes,
Ralph,
it is.
You and I are going to be down there later.
Yes, it is. And you know something? I'm also impressed with Gatlinburg Pittman.
Yeah.
4-1 on the season, probably going to be 5-1 after tonight. You know, they're not a bad football team.
No, and you and I talked at length that many of the games that we've had this year have been blowouts. That Gatlinburg Pigeon Forge game, I think, that we're going to see later on, if I remember correctly, has the makings to be a very good game.
So they've got a Clabough's Campground 1st and 10 from the 35 with a nice completion by Ellis. He's going to drop back and look to throw again. He's got a man open down in the flat. Nice decision by Ellis there. He was looking to go deep. His deep receivers recovered. He checked it down to his checkoff receiver, and it was a nice decision by Ellis. It's going to be another first down. It's going to put the ball at the 25, and it will be a Clabough's Campground 1st and 10 from the Governor 25.
95 yards of passing tonight so far for your Smokey Bears. They seem to just be determined they're going to put this ball up, son.
Well, like I think I mentioned a little bit about that in the I asked you if we thought we'd see some of that, and I think they need to develop that passing game a little bit. There's a man open in the seam. He's going to score.
Right.
So that's going to be a touchdown reception by number 3, Malachi Pate, and we have a touchdown, Sevier County, 35-6, pending the extra point. And I'm going to say it again, I think Sevier County has found a quarterback.
Well, that would be, if my math is correct, I think that's his 3rd touchdown on the night, Mason Ellis, his 3rd throwing touchdown.
Akers to hold, Madison to attempt.
Kick is up. The kick is good. So, with 1:36 remaining, first half, Sevier County 36, William Blount 6.
You know, Ralph, one of the things that I really thought that we've not seen so far, that I think that you talked about a lot last week, that Sevier County really needs to get in their repertoire, and that's the misdirection plays.
Yeah, they're going to have some of that against some of the better football teams. Little pooch kick there by Sevier County, going to field it at about the, well, we'll call it 35. He's going to be dropped at about the 37, so that's going to give William Blount a Clabough's campground 1st and 10. They're going to start at their own 37-yard line with 1:28 remaining.
Telfer there on the kickoff return for what it was. We'll see if the Governors, Ralph, can continue the success that they had on that last drive.
Well, let's see if they can. Sevier County.
You know, if I'm the Governors, I'm putting the ball back up.
Oh, I agree. You got nothing to lose.
No. 1:28 here.
And they're going to do that very thing.
Yep.
Right in the flat. That flat's been open all night. Take what the defense gives you. And he's going to get down to a Clabough's campground 1st and 10 at midfield. So nice pass by Cortez. He
Eli
connects
Walker there on the reception, Ralph, and he did what you're supposed to do on that play, and he just settled into that soft spot in the zone.
Right. Well, that's what they're giving them. I mean, they're playing a cover 2, but their corners are soft. And if they're going to give you that short pass, then you've got to take it. Clock's going to run. We'll be under a minute when this play is over. Going to throw it again, and this time they're going to go deep down the sideline, and it's going to be overthrown. So that's going to be a 2nd down now for William Blount from midfield. Pass was intended for, look like Landon Rich.
Yeah, we've called his name quite a bit.
We have. Landon Rich is a junior.
And Pate has taken on the responsibility to providing coverage against Rich tonight, and has done overall a good job. Gotten beat a couple times on inside leverage, but, you know, that's just the name of the game. Sometimes that happens, Ralph.
Oh, yeah, no question. Yeah, that's going to be an illegal shift.
Marker on the play.
That's going to be an illegal shift by William Blount.
False start.
So, Ralph, let me ask you a question. How much do we see Christian Hoffman in the second half?
That's a really good question. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. That's a good question. I think you're going to see Mason Lane to start the second half.
Yeah.
Clock's going to be running if William Blount doesn't score here, and then I think you'll see Hoffman come in after that. So, nice little run there by, oh boy, he was pancaked on that one. Good run by Pierce, but he was taken down pretty quickly. Looked like Hawkins. Oh, excuse me. Mason Ellis on the tackle.
Oh, Ellis is everywhere tonight.
He's done it all tonight. I think we might have our player of the
may.
game, maybe. It's still a little early, but, he's got to be the front runner.
Yeah, anytime you come here, it's real easy to give it to Garrett Hawkins, isn't it?
3rd down. We got the clock stopped now. What is it, timeout?
Yeah, 28 seconds left, Ralph.
So Sevier County is going to stop the clock with 28 seconds left to talk about it a little bit. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 4 from the 46-yard line of William Blount. 28 seconds remaining in the first half.
Been at 14-0.
Maryville up 21-0 over Science Hill.
Yep. Elizabeth and Anderson County tied, Ralph. You know, we saw some life from those Cyclones last week.
Yeah.
You know, that would be very early.
Right.
But that would be
a big win.
A statement win.
Yeah. All right, so Cortez is going to roll. He's going to get pressure, and it's going to be incomplete. So he had a man open there.
It was Darius Brooks right there on that drop, Ralph, and that was purely
purely
him looking up. Looking upfield before he got it in.
Cortez has done a good job tonight of avoiding the pressure and finding some open receivers, but he's not been able to connect on some of them. Mostly his receivers are dropping some passes they should be catching. So that's going to be a 4th down. William Blount's going to be forced to punt it away. And they are going to kick it away on a 4th down and 14.
You know, the bad thing there for the Governors is Darius Brooks had room to run.
Yes, he did.
A lot of it.
Yes, he did. Oh, they're going to fake it. They're going to fake it and throw the pass, and it's going to be incomplete. So they tried a little fake there, which you can't really blame them for. So Sevier County's going to take over. Take over from the 46-yard line with 15 seconds remaining. And let's see who they're going to put in at quarterback. Looks like Ellis is going to go back in at quarterback. Nope, Christian Hoffman's back in at quarterback.
You know, this is an issue right here. Christian Hoffman comes in, he gives you the better arm, the stronger arm.
The stronger arm, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Which would lead you to believe that they are going to try to throw it deep. They're going to roll out, and they are going to throw it down the field. It's going to be incomplete.
Ralph, and that's one thing that we've seen several times with Hoffman. You know, I think sometimes it's an issue of him rushing himself, setting his feet when the young man looks great rolling out to his right, struggles when he rolls to his left.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, a lot of quarterbacks.
Oh, sure they do.
A lot of quarterbacks goes weak side or like that.
That takes a lot of time to develop that ability.
And for him, it's just taking time to settle your feet and get that back leg set in the ground.
I'd put 5 guys. I'd actually put 4 guys wide, run a draw, run four fly routes, and just run a draw. Clock's going to be set at 9. Looks like 9 seconds.
We'll see what kind of arm strength he has right here, Ralph.
So they're going to go 4 wide. Wow. Yeah. What is that? So that pass was intended for Pate.
I think that might have been Quartet. Was that? What was a call there, Ralph?
No, it was a penalty. No.
No. What was the? Was that an interception, Ralph?
No.
Okay.
It was an incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass.
Pate had it and dropped it. So 3 seconds left. Last play of the first half. Now William Blount's going to call a timeout.
William Blount.
So let's reset it for you now. We've got 3 seconds left, first half. Sevier County up 36-6. Overwhelming edge in yards. I think Ron had told me well over 200 yards.
Close to 300
Close
now.
to 300 for Sevier County. William Blount still under 100 yards. So, yeah, the game has been dominated by Sevier County with the exception of that one drive by the Governors. And I think you'll see most of your starters in for Sevier County. The first drive for sure, maybe the second drive of the second half, and then I think you'll start seeing some young guys come in. Unless, of course, they feel like they've got some issues they need to work on as they get ready for the bulk of their region play coming up next week. So Hoffman will take the snap. He's just going to throw it deep down the field. Nice pass, a little bit overthrown, and that's going to end the first half. So that's going to end the first half. from Hardin-Robertson Field here at Sevier County High School with the score. The Smokey Bears 36, the William Blount Governor 6. We'll take a break on the Your High School Sports Game of the Week.
And Clabough's Market and Grill have been family-owned and operated since 1978. Clabough's Campground is spacious, with 320 sites including vacation homes and cabins. Great location for family reunions and large groups with entertainment on the weekends. Make reservations at Clabough's Campgrounds and Cabins, located on 405 Wears Valley Road, Pigeon Forge.
At Sevier County Electric System, we know that when the power goes out, it's important to you to have power restored as quickly as possible. That's why we've introduced the Power Action Line. As soon as you call the Power Action Line from a phone associated with your electric service, we know immediately that your power is out. The Power Action Line lets us answer up to 1,200 calls per hour, so we can make sure and identify all outages, even after major storms. We track those outages through our integrated mapping system, which provides our operations center a better understanding of where the affected areas are located and predicts probable starting points that helps our crews begin looking for the problem. Our whole goal is to get your power back on as soon as possible. We'll even call you back to make sure your service has been restored. At Sevier County Electric System, we want to take care of our customers, and that's what we do every day. Sevier County Electric System. We are the power behind our community. Just call 865-774-6300.
Clabough's Market and Grill have been family owned and operated since 1978. Clabough's Campground is spacious, with 320 sites including vacation homes and cabins. Great location for family reunions and large groups with entertainment on the weekends. Make reservations at Clabough's Campgrounds and Cabins, located on 405 Wears Valley Road, Pigeon Forge.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the pride of the Smoky Mountains, the Sevier County High School Smokey Bear Marching Band. Under the field direction of Catherine Gomez and Luke Mintz, the Smoky Bear Marching Band presents Rock Radio. Tonight's selections include Rock and Roll All Night, Hey Jude, featuring Presley Lewis and Lily Davis as soloists, Dream On, Inner Sandman, Dirty Deeds, and I Love Rock and Roll.
And I record the show because my daughter likes watching it.
Drum majors, is your band ready? Your salute has been acknowledged and the field is yours.
Facts.
What's Maryville doing right now?
I think they're up 21.
Who they playing? Oh, good. I hope they blow their fucking brains out. hate Science Hill personally.
For some reason, we'd always play them in baseball. They were always dickheads.
Science Hill is very bad.
And what always pissed me off about Science Hill is they had these alternate uniforms that were like yellow pants and
like
yellow jerseys.
Yeah, mustard.
And their hats, it didn't say like Science Hill. It had JC.
Yeah.
What the hell? Like you're not Johnson City High School.
Yeah, there's Science Hill.
Yeah. So maybe, I mean, if it was a throwback when there was a Johnson City High School, that makes sense. But
No,
I think
because it was a throwback. No, it was called like Langston or something.
Yeah.
That was their old high school name.
Did you see a couple years ago when Alcoa did their throwbacks?
Yeah.
Those were like, me and my buddy were talking about those. Those were ugly looking uniforms.
Yeah.
But ugly uniforms, when they're like accurate to a throwback, they don't have to look good if they're cool.
Right. But like,
so long as you don't wear them all the time.
Science Hill's uniforms, I think they're always been shit. Those mustard ones that they all their alternate uniforms, like their basic uniforms are nice, but they're like those gray red uniforms are shit.
So much you can do.
Yeah. I mean, with the colors red and yellow, it's like catching the mustard. But then again, they look too close like Maryville if they did that.
That's true. I don't know, man. They can just wear white when they play in Maryville. Maryville wear black when they go up there.
Even the home fans after 30 calls, I mean, they leave. It's like the people going through that day are really like family.
Yeah, I mean, all those William Blount fans, they're only staying so they can know they're selling a good job and go drive an hour home.
Yeah, I know. Being a fan of a team that doesn't overpay the law every year, that sucks. It's like watching the Jets play. I will never go to a Jets game. I don't even care if the 13-3. That's really odd. Like whenever the Lions go 13-3 that one year.
Yeah. I think the Lions might see it.
Yeah, they got DeAndre Swift. If they go 5-11, I'm gonna go now. Actually, shoot, no, it's 5-6.
At Sevier County Electric System, we know that when the power goes out, it's important to you to have power restored as quickly as possible. That's why we've introduced the Power Action Line. As soon as you call the Power Action Line from a phone associated with your electric service, we know immediately that your power is out. The Power Action Line lets us answer up to 1,200 calls per hour, so we can make sure and identify all outages, even after major storms. We track those outages through our integrated mapping system, which provides our operations center a better understanding of where the affected areas are located and predicts probable starting points that helps our crews begin looking for the problem. Our whole goal is to get your power back on as soon as possible. We'll even call you back to make sure your service has been restored. At Sevier County Electric System, we want to take care of our customers, and that's what we do every day. Sevier County Electric System. We are the power behind our community. Just call 865-774-6300.
All right, we're back. Sevier County with a Clabough's Campground 1st and 10 to start the second half at their own 32-yard line. The clock is running. New rule this year, 30-point deficit, the clock runs. Ellis is going to give it off. Looks like it's going to be Lane. And he's going to pick up about 7, well, no, about maybe 3, I guess. So he's going to get it out to about the 35, maybe a pickup of about 3. It's going to be 2nd down and 7.
Ralph, you know, we've talked about timing issues and developing rhythm with this offense for Sevier County. I'm very interested to see how long their starters stay out there.
Right, right. Oh, right through his hands. Quick out to the freshman Hedrick, and it's incomplete.
Intended for number 6, Hedrick, is incomplete.
So that's going to be a 3rd down.
And 7.
Led by Montoya and Otto Van Rensburg tonight, the offensive line has looked solid.
They have.
You know, Ralph, I'm an old grunt, so anytime I get a chance, I've got to give a little love.
I agree with you. Ellis going to try to pick up the 1st down, and he's not going to get there. He's going to be stopped, but we do have a flag. Looks like a face mask penalty. So I think they'll pick up the 1st down based on penalty there, because there were no blockers in the area, so there was no hold or block in the back. So I think we're going to have a face mask penalty. Let's see. Yep. So that's going to pick up a 1st down for Sevier County on the face mask penalty, personal foul face mask penalty. Ron, you remember the days when there used to be 2 face mask penalties? You know, a personal foul variety and a 5-yard variety. They've done away with that a long time ago.
Yep.
So that's going to be another Clabough's Campground 1st and 10 for Sevier County. They'll set up shop at the 47 of William Blount. Clock moving, 9:20 remaining, 3rd quarter. Ellis still the quarterback. He's going to give it right up the middle to Hawkins, excuse me. He's going to take it all the way down to about the 38, 39. Going to pick up a 2nd and 2 for Sevier County.
Number 16, Garrett. Number 35, Inslee. Number 62, Best.
Garrett there on the tackle.
2nd and 2.
Hawkins is just difficult to bring down.
He's very
just keeps his leg churning.
He does, yeah. Well, that's what you got to do as a running back. Keep those legs moving. Ellis still in at quarterback. He's going to give it right back to Hawk. Hawkins going to take it all the way down to about the 35. He's going to pick up the 1st down. 1st and 10. Another Clabough's Campground 1st and 10. So that's going to be another Clabough's Campground 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line of William Blount. Hawkins still in the backfield. Ellis still the quarterback. Trips to the left. He's going to give it fake to Hawkins. He's going to throw it out to Pate down there, and he's going to pick up some good yardage. He's going to get it all the way down to about the 22 where he stepped out of bounds, and that's going to be another Clabough's Campground 1st and 10.
1st and 10 for Sevier County.
Ralph, I just looked at this roster. Just as a reminder, Taylor Magaha, 5'9", 280 pounds.
5'9", 280 pounds. That's
Boy, I bet he's not easy to get out of there.
No, I bet he's not. Little fake, little throw, wide open. That's going to be a touchdown, and it is. Nice little play by Ellis to Jude Costner. And you know, Ron, we talked about this throughout the 1st half. Ellis gives you a different dimension at quarterback.
He does. You know, you can't. You come up, you commit to guarding him. You've almost got to put a spy on him.
You got to, because the defender comes up,
yes,
and that leaves that guy wide open in the seam. So that touchdown makes it 42-6 Sevier County. On to try the extra point is Taylor Madison.
Kudos to Costner right there. He did exactly what you're taught to do, and
Yep.
that is run with your quarterback.
Yep. Extra point is good, so 7:20 remaining. Sevier County 43, William Blount 6.
William Blount, 7:20 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Ralph, just a couple of scores from area of interest. Bearden's up on Fulton, 29-13. Gatlinburg Pittman extends their lead on Coosa Christian, Alabama, 28-7. Knox Central's on Hardin Valley, 7-6. And Powell is up on Knox Hall now, 13-3. Pigeon Forge, by the way, all over Scott County tonight, 28-0.
Wow. Northview Academy, who we'll see next week, with a 7-6 lead.
Happy Valley up on Unaka, 6-0, and Greenville continues to lead Dobbins Bennett, 14-0.
So Sevier County will get ready to kick it off. Taylor Madison will do the honors once again, as they now have a very comfortable 37-point lead over the Governors. The clock will continue to run.
Kicking off for Sevier County, number 4, that's Taylor Madison. Deep, number 22, Reed, and number 3, Klein.
William Blount will take it at the goal line. Looks like Klein with the catch. He's going to bring it out to about the 20.
We got to give a shout out right there, Ralph, to Tyler Mann, the sophomore, who turned the runner back inside right there.
Yeah.
Great coverage on his part.
Good coverage.
First and 10 for William Blount on their own 20-yard line.
Maryville up on Science Hill, 28-7.
Okay.
And Elizabethton and Anderson County remain tied at 7.
Now we're going to have a substitution penalty or too many men on the field, it looks like. I don't see a flag just yet.
Yeah, it's up around the 40, Ralph,
Is it okay?
I believe.
All right,
Yeah.
there it is. I see it now.
Mason Ellis unable to get off the field right there.
Yep. So that's going to be too many men on the field, or illegal participation, however you want to call it. And
Ralph,
that's going to be 5 yards.
That's either the 9th or 10th penalty of the evening.
Too many penalties.
Yes. Now, Ralph, you got to help me out here. You said it a minute ago. Where are we going next week?
Northview Academy.
It's Northview and Pigeon Forge next week, correct? That should be a good game. That'll probably settle that 2 seed. More than likely.
More than likely, yeah. Clock continues to run. First down and 5 now. Oh, nice catch. So, good throw and nice catch there.
Ralph, I cannot stress how good of a ball that was by Cortez.
That was a great throw. Right on the money. Good coverage, too, though. I mean,
Yes.
The guy was right on him. And that's going to bring up a Clabough Campground 1st and 10 for the Governors at the 32 of Sevier County. They'll go right up the middle, and he's going to be stopped for no gain. TJ Pierce on the carry, no gain. Marker down on the play. Usually that's the area of holding. Let's see exactly what the official calls. And we are going to have a 5-yard penalty. Must have been an illegal shift. Yes, it was. So that's going to bring up a 1st down and 15 for the Governors.
No give up in these Governors.
Nope, no, they're going to fight you till the end. There's no question. Right up the middle, nice carry, nice little run there by,
I believe that's Brooks.
Darius Brooks. He's going to pick up almost all of the penalty yardage, but it's going to be 2nd down and 13.
Number 45 man. Gain of 2. It is 2nd and 13.
Sevier County still having trouble substituting, and they will get him off the field in time. Little out pass in the flat, and he's not going to get much. Good closing by the Sevier County defense. Pate with the tackle. Excuse me, I'm sorry, not Pate. It was Bryson Lane on the closing tackle there, along with
Tackled by number 3, Pate.
Pate. So now it's going to be 3rd down and about 12. So that was a gain of 1.
Eli Walker there on the reception route. 3rd and very long.
And good call by Cortez there. Little hard count, got Sevier County to jump. Going to pick up a cheap 5 yards. And that's going to make it a more manageable 3rd down and 7.
Offside on Sevier County.
You know, Ralph, Cortez is that kind of kid that if he sends out some tape and he gets the right schools looking at him, you know, I could imagine some interest would be piqued.
And he's got another year to spend in the weight room and get bigger and stronger. Oh, they're all over him that time. Nice
There's
blitz there.
I believe that's the first sack of the night.
Yeah,
Ralph.
that was a great blitz by Pate. Excuse me, Lane. I'm sorry. I keep seeing. There is a flag down. Referee's still trying to sort this one out.
Houston Parton, who's had a good night tonight, trotted off the field.
And I think they're going to wave that one off. Well, let's see here. I don't see the chains moving. I don't see any indication of what happened. I think they're going to wave it off, so it's 4th down. Yeah. So no penalty. So the sack. Now he calls the chop block, and it's declined. Okay. Usually the white hat calls the penalties. That's what I was looking for. But anyway, it's going to bring up a 4th down, and William Blount is going to go for it. And we're going to stop the clock again. Timeout by William Blount.
You know, so when the referee came over and talked to Coach Loveday right there, his first thought might have been, "You mean it's not against me?"
Yeah, exactly.
Correction, that foul was blocking below the waist.
So let's set it for you here. We got 1:57 left in the 3rd quarter with the clock running. William Blount has stopped it with their first time out of the 2nd half. Sevier County ahead 43-6. William Blount will have a 4th down and 15 from the Sevier County 37-yard line.
Ralph Dobbins-Bennett just scored against Greenville. New score is now 14-7. That, as you well would expect, is a dandy of a game between two of the best teams in East Tennessee. Elizabethan, Ralph, is now ahead of Anderson County 21-7.
Okay.
Are you surprised by that?
A little bit.
In the 3rd quarter,
Our producer over here is not surprised by that score in the least, or so he says.
So William Blount now going to go for it on 4th down, trying to get a player off the field. Looks like they're going to bring a corner blitz. They are. Throw it in the seam, and it's going to be a good completion, but not enough for the 1st down. So they'll turn it over on downs. Sevier County will take over on their own 30. Nice pickup, but not enough. And it's going to be a Clabough's Campground 1st and 10 for Sevier County from their own 30-yard line.
I believe that was Stephen Kane right there on the coverage, Ralph. And often overshadowed by Garrett Hawkins, but irrespectively, he's a very good linebacker himself.
Christian Hoffman back in the game now at quarterback. We talked a little bit about would we see him in the 2nd half.
Yeah.
And Sevier County's going to have to call a timeout.
You know, Ralph, I've heard you say this several times. When you go to a 2-man set at quarterback like they're attempting to do right now, you can't beat down the confidence of one individual.
No.
So you've got to kind of balance all that out.
No, you do. And I think it's a difficult situation with quarterbacks,
Yes,
especially when you have a guy that started the first 5 games and now you found somebody that gives you a different dimension. The job of a coach becomes, how do you keep the guy that was the starter involved and make him realize that he's still a part of this offense? And that's going to be the trick for Sevier County because, we definitely don't want to see anybody get hurt, but should Ellis, get nicked up or something, Hoffman's going to have to come in. So we'll see what Hoffman can do here in this situation.
Well, Ralph, I wouldn't be surprised moving forward now. I give you Mason Ellis has had a great night tonight, but I still think moving forward you're going to have particular offensive sets that Christian Hoffman is going to come out.
You are. And that was a nice little pass right there. And that's going to be good yardage. Nice run. Maybe a late hit. No, they're not going to call that. So that was complete to Kenneth Lopez. Sophomore wide receiver. The only problem, Ron, you talked about different offensive sets for different quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But given how different these guys are, when you bring Hoffman in, that's going to tell the defense pretty much what you're doing.
Yes.
Because Hoffman is not a runner.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a 1st and 10, a Clabough's Campground 1st and 10. Pistol formation. Hoffman takes a snap, gives it right up the middle. Big hole. Nice run there by Byron Lindsay. And we're probably going to have another hold. But the clock is running, and that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. So that's going to negate a good run, but the clock is going to run out. And we're going to have the end of the 3rd quarter here with the score, Sevier County 43, William Blount 6. We'll take a really quick break and come back for the final quarter on the Your High School Sports Game of the Week.
Clabough's Campground and Cabins and Clabough's Market and Grill have been family owned and operated since 1978. Clabough's Campground is spacious with 320 sites including vacation homes and cabins. Great location for family reunions and large groups with entertainment on the weekends. Make reservations at Clabough's Campgrounds and Cabins located on 405 Wears Valley Road, Pigeon Forge.
At Sevier County Electric System, we know that when the power goes out, it's important to you to have power restored as quickly as possible. That's why we've introduced the Power Action Line. As soon as you call the Power Action Line from a phone associated with your electric service, we know immediately that your power is out. The Power Action Line lets us answer up to 1,200 calls per hour, so we can make sure and identify all outages, even after major storms. We track those outages through our integrated mapping system, which provides our operations center a better understanding of where the affected areas are located and predicts probable starting points that helps our crews begin looking for the problem. Our whole goal is to get your power back on as soon as possible. We'll even call you back to make sure your service has been restored. At Sevier County Electric System, we want to take care of our customers, and that's what we do every day. Sevier County Electric System. We are the power behind our community. Just call 865-774-6300.
All right, we're back. The first down pass by Hoffman was broken up by T.J. Pierce. That's going to bring up a 2nd down and 20 after the holding penalty.
One thing I've noticed tonight, Ralph, is with the injury to Kremlis and also Justin Walker being out, your backup quarterback tonight, number 14, Sladen Hickman, has got quite a few snaps at wide receiver.
Yep. A little bit of an outside run there. Lindsay on the carry. He's going to be stopped for a gain of about 2. We'll call it 2. So it's going to be 3rd down. Let's call it about 3rd and 15.
3rd and 15.
And the substitutions have started, Ralph, just as you and I talked about just a minute ago. Matthew Tinker, the freshman, 6'2", 258 is in the game right now, and we'll get some more numbers called here in just a minute.
Go right up the middle. Once again, the carry is to Lindsay. He's not going to get enough for the 1st down. That's going to bring up a 4th down, and we have a man down. Looks like number 50 on the ground there, and that is going to be Colby Cunningham.
We have an injury timeout.
And he's their starting center, I believe. Is he not, or am I missing something?
I don't believe he's their
No, he's not. He's a freshman, excuse me. So a freshman center. We hope the young man's okay. He is down in the field being attended to by the medical staff of Sevier County. Let's go through our sponsors real quick. We want to thank the Old Mill for a flavorful fall. Make sure you get out and visit the Old Mill. Want to thank Riverstone Resort and Spa. For all your spa needs and resorts, Riverstone is the place to go. Want to thank the Allowine Pottery Channel 196, Robert Allowine in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, on Glade Road. Allowine Pottery, Buddy's Barbecue for providing our dinner and also for sponsoring our broadcast. I want to thank Carl Hatcher Furniture, the name in furniture in Sevier County, established in 1971, Carl Hatcher Furniture. We also want to thank Sevier County Electric System, our halftime sponsor, and of course, our touchdown sponsor, Sevier County Electric, the power behind our community. And we also want to thank Clabough's Campground, the #1 campground in the Smoky Mountains. They're our main sponsor. We thank Clabough's Campground for all they do for high school sports, and especially for the Your High School Sports Game of the Week. So they're going to help Cunningham off the field. The young man looks like he's going to be limping off the field. Hopefully it's nothing more than a minor sprain or maybe even a cramp. So
I think it's an ankle issue right there,
it does
Ralph.
look
But
that way, doesn't it?
I believe right now Sevier County has 3 or 4 freshmen on their line.
They're going to
It is
have
that
to punt.
time.
Clock is running and they'll set up to punt. Nice punt. Fair catch called for. Ball's going to die and go forward. And Sevier County's going to down it at 28.
At the 28-yard line, will be 1st and 10 for William Blount.
Ralph, other scores of interest in the area. Fair gets up on South Dual tonight, 49-14. Bearden all over Fulton, 29-13. Northview and Oneida, a very good Oneida team, even though they're 2A, is up on Northview's up 7-6 there, and Granger up on Unicoi County 7-0.
So William Blount takes over at their own 28. Clabough's Campground 1st and 10. They're going to try to run it to the outside, and he's going to be stopped. Loss of about 5 on that.
They give to number 34, Brooks.
Brooks on the carry. He could not get the corner turn.
By number 25, Savona.
Sabona tracked him down right there, Ralph.
2nd and 15.
Tackle on
Good
the play
play.
by Zach Zavona. Nice play by him as he tracks down Brooks. 2nd down, 15. William Blount, little out pass, and that's going to be stopped right away. Nice coverage. Great play there
To number 6.
by Ethan Ham, the senior defensive back. Closed on that ball quickly, and that's going to be also another loss of yards, and now you're going to have a 3rd down and 20 for William Blount. Now let's call it maybe 3rd and 18.
17.
Nice play. It looked like a completion there, almost complete to number 6.
Pass intended.
Billy,
Walker.
Ralph Billy Ogle there, the freshman, providing pressure, forcing Cortez to the outside.
27, that's Lindsay on the coverage.
So that's going to bring up a 4th down and 18, and William Blount is going to have to kick it away. 43-6, Sevier County, 7:50 remaining in the game. Wholesale substitutions on the Sevier County side. William Blount kicks it away. A little bit of a shank. It's going to go, nice roll for William Blount, and going to go out of bounds, or picked up actually, at about the 48-yard line of William Blount is where Sevier County will set up shop. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 48. Clock is still running.
Austin Hutchins there picked that up, Ralph. I'm not sure that was a wise decision.
No, it wasn't.
That's a smart bait. 1st down for Sevier County.
So another Clabough's Campground 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line of William Blount. Hoffman back in at the quarterback spot. He's going to send 3 receivers out to the right. They're going to run it right up the middle. Good close by the William Blount defense. And they're going to shut him down for no gain. Lindsay on the carry. Garrett on the tackle.
Also on the tackle, number 30.
Second and 10.
Give him a yard right there, Ralph. And that might be generous.
That is a little generous. Stephen Justice coming in the game now, a freshman running back. No, now he comes out of the game. No, actually, he is in the game. Byron Lindsay comes out. So Justice, the freshman running back in the game, at tailback.
I believe Wyatt Maples, the freshman, is in right now, too.
They're going to give it to 22, and he makes a nice little run. Good effort, but he's going to get slung down after a gain of about 2.
Stephen Justice, number 22, freshman, 5'9", 160 pounds. And a lot of freshmen in right now for Sevier.
And you know, that's an exciting thing, right, for a freshman on Friday night?
Oh, yeah.
Justice. Tackle by number 16, Garrett.
We'll give the young man 3 yards on that.
So it's going to bring up a third down for Sevier County at the 47 of William Blount. 5:35 left in the ball game.
Dylan Woods out in the slot. I think it's the first time we've called his name tonight.
Little Wildcat action, no gain. So they tried a little Wildcat play. It looks like number 5, Roman Gibbons, another freshman.
Tackle by number 35, inside.
Going to lose yardage on that play. So that's going to bring up a fourth down, and Sevier County will kick it back to William Blount.
In punt formation. Grubb. Deep for William Blount.
Grubb set up the punt for Sevier County.
That's Rich.
And that's going to be a shank.
Ralph, I noticed a whole lot of cheerleaders jump right there off of that punt.
Yeah, exactly. There was a, what, 5-yard punt maybe?
Yeah, you may be generous.
So that's going to put the ball at the 50-yard line, where William Blount will set up shop with a Clabough's Campground 1st and 10 and the clock running. Close to 4 minutes remaining in the ball game.
Precisely at the 50-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Governors.
Blount's going to run it. Nice tackle. Nice play there by Zach Zavone, the linebacker, as he closed on the play and stopped Brooks. Another great play by the middle or inside linebacker, excuse me.
Number 25,
Zavone, a junior linebacker and wide receiver. Go right back. Quarterback's going to keep it this time. Nice fake. It's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 42. So that's going to be a third down, and we're going to call it about 2.
Ralph, the Governors have done some positive things tonight.
Oh, yeah, no question.
More than the scoreboard reflects.
Yeah, no question.
Cortez has thrown some good-looking balls. Their rushing attack has just not got engaged tonight at all.
Another great play there. Joey Gallatin.
Ralph, the Governors to that point, I'm showing about 5 yards rushing for this half. Probably about close to 30 now for the game.
4th and 5 now for William Blount. Obviously going to go for it. Clock approaching 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. And that's going to be incomplete. So they'll turn it over on downs to Sevier County, and that should pretty much end the ball game with 1:47 and counting.
It'll be 1st and 10 for Sevier County.
a strange play here. The final score is going to be Sevier County 43, William Blount 6, as the clock is down to 1:23, and I would expect Sevier County to run the ball for the remaining time. New quarterback in the game looks like Roman Gibbons, the freshman. He's just going to take it himself and run it, and he's going to throw it, and he's going to complete it. So a nice pass. Throws it to Kenneth Lopez, a sophomore.
Pass is complete to number 1, Lopez.
And that's going to bring up a 2nd and 1.
That's Sellers on the tackle for the Governors. 9-yard pickup at 2nd and 1.
Sellers there for the Governors on a good lick on after the reception.
Going to give it right up the middle, and he's going to be stopped for no gain, and that should pretty much end the ball game right there. So that should be our final play of the game.
On the tackle, number 54, Aquarian number 2, Pierce.
Clock running, 15 seconds. I doubt Sevier County will call another play. They'll come to the sideline, and we have our final score. So the final score tonight from Hardin Robertson Field at Sevier County High School. Final score, Sevier County 43, William Blount 6. We'll be back with our post-game wrap-up in just a minute.
Clabough's Campground and Cabins and Clabough's Market and Grill have been family-owned and operated since 1978. Clabough's Campground is spacious, with 320 sites including vacation homes and cabins. Great location for family reunions and large groups with entertainment on the weekends. Make reservations at Clabough's Campgrounds and Cabins, located on 405 Wears Valley Road, Pigeon Forge.
So let's talk about our player of the game. I think we're both in agreement. Our Clabough's Campground player of the game, Mason Ellis, right?
Yeah, Mason Ellis was sharp. As we well expected, we didn't see him as much in the second half. But I believe tonight, if my stats are correct, the young man was 10 for 12 tonight. I'll have to go back and look at his total yardage, but roughly probably about 120, 130 yards.
Yeah, he definitely brought a different dimension to the Sevier County offense with his ability to run, his ability to throw on the run, and find open receivers. So I think Sevier County has found them maybe another quarterback or maybe even the quarterback. We'll find out as the season progresses. And our play of the game, our Clabough's Campground play of the game.
Yeah,
our Buddy's Barbecue play of the game. Okay, I apologize.
Talked about, and by the way, it's interesting that you bring that up. Jude Coster tonight had a pretty good night as well, and maybe that's a connection that we're going to see more about and hear more about, and that is the Ellis to Costner connection. So we'll go with Jude Costner for that 12-yard reception, and if you remember that reception, it was one that he bobbled but still was able to bring in.
Exactly, and he did run with his quarterback to clear the zone and complete that touchdown play, and a nice hard run into the end zone when the William Blount defender was on the goal line to beat him.
Jude Costner had a second touchdown there in the second half where he almost mirrored that play exactly.
Exactly. So our player of the game, Mason Ellis from Clabough's Campground, and our play of the game by Buddy's Barbecue is the 12-yard touchdown pass from Ellis to Jude Costner.